Fourth grade, that's where Milton Hershey's education ended. Yet somehow this man, with barely any schooling, created America's most iconic chocolate empire. How did a poor farm boy who failed at business 5 times become the name on chocolate bars around the world? Today, we're unwrapping the surprising story of the real Hershey behind the chocolate. But before that, let me ask you one thing. Do you love Hershey's bars? Either way, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now for more surprising histories behind the brands you love. Milton Snavely Hershey was born on September 13, 1857 in a small farmhouse in Pennsylvania. And let me tell you, this wasn't exactly a silver spoon situation. His family was Mennonite, hard-working folks with Swiss and German roots who spoke Pennsylvania Dutch. Milton's dad, Henry, not exactly father of the year material when it came to making a living. The guy was smart, loved to read, but couldn't stick with a job to save his life. Farm failed. Nursery failed. Pretty much everything he touched, you guessed it, failed. Meanwhile, Milton's mom was the complete opposite, super frugal and strict. No surprise these two didn't exactly have a picture-perfect marriage. The family kept moving from place to place as Henry chased his next big idea. And Milton's education, it stopped dead at 4th grade. 4th grade, people. This future millionaire barely knew how to read and write. When asked later about his religion, Hershey didn't talk about church or the Bible. He simply said the golden rule. That philosophy would guide everything he did later in life. And despite having hardly any education himself, he would later create an entire school system because he knew firsthand what it was like to go without. Milton Hershey's early career makes today's fail-fast startup culture look like child's play. At age 14, his mom got him an apprenticeship at a candy shop in Lancaster. This is where he learned the basics of candy making from a guy named Joy Royer. But Milton had big dreams. He moved to Philadelphia during the nation's centennial celebration in 1876, thinking he'd cash in on all those tourist dollars. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. He borrowed money from his uncle, printed fancy business cards, and worked his tail off. But the business crashed and burned. Was he done? Not even close. The guy packed up and tried his luck in Denver, New York, Chicago, and New Orleans. Failed in every single one of those cities too. But in Denver, he picked up a golden nugget of knowledge. Fresh milk makes amazing candy. By 1886, Hershey was flat broke and crawled back to Lancaster. His relatives treated him like a total loser. But then something amazing happened. William Lepkitcher, a former employee, helped him get back on his feet. With his mom and aunt helping out, Milton created Hershey's Crystal a melt-in-your-mouth caramel made with milk. When a big order came from England, he ran to the bank for a loan. And when that English check for 500 pounds arrived, Hershey was so excited he ran down the street to the bank, still wearing his apron. By 1894, the caramel business had made him rich, and people in Lancaster considered him one of their most successful citizens. Think about that. From total failure to millionaire in less than a decade. But let's go back for a moment to the year 1893. Milton Hershey visits the world's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. And what catches his eye? A set of German chocolate-making machines. He was obsessed. He bought that equipment on the spot and had it shipped back to Lancaster. Soon, he was cranking out 114 different kinds of chocolate. But Hershey saw the future, and it wasn't in fancy chocolates or caramels. It was in mass-produced milk chocolate for everyday Americans. In 1900, he made the boldest move of his life. He sold his successful caramel company for $1 million. That's like over $35 million in today's money. He poured every penny into his chocolate dream. And where would he build his chocolate factory? Hershey went back to his roots, Derry Township, Pennsylvania. His wife thought he was crazy. His business partners thought he was insane. Build a massive factory in the middle of farmland? Who does that? Milton Hershey, that's who. He knew the area had everything he needed: fresh water, plenty of milk, and hard-working people. Construction started in 1903, and by 1905, his chocolate factory was up and running. Hershey worked side by side with his employees, often late into the night, perfecting his milk chocolate recipe. As one worker put it, nobody told Mr. Hershey how to make milk chocolate, he just found out the hard way. His big innovation? Figuring out how to mass-produce milk chocolate, which, until then, had been a luxury only rich people could afford. He didn't just invent recipes, he created the machines to make them too. And when he finally focused on making the simple Hershey bar, plus a few other basics like cocoa, his name spread across America like wildfire. Now let's talk about what makes Milton Hershey truly different from other millionaires of his time. Most rich guys built mansions in big cities. Hershey, he built an entire town. Since his factory was in the middle of nowhere, he needed to create a place for his workers to live. But this wasn't some sad little company town with shabby houses. Hershey planned a beautiful community with tree-lined streets, parks, a bank, hotels, schools, churches, even a zoo. He built a trolley system so people could commute from nearby towns if they wanted to. Some people were suspicious. Was this another one of those horrible company towns where the boss controlled everything? Nope. Hershey genuinely cared about his workers' welfare. Even during the Great Depression, when companies across America were laying people off, Hershey kept building. The Hotel Hershey, community theaters, office buildings, and an arena all went up during the 1930s. Hershey's proudest boast? No one got laid off during the Depression. But perhaps his greatest legacy came from personal heartbreak. Milton married Catherine Kitty Sweeney in 1898 when he was already over 40. By all accounts, they were deeply in love, but they couldn't have children of their own. So in 1909, they decided to use their fortune to found the Hershey Industrial School for Orphan Boys. The school's mission was simple: give orphans good food, comfortable clothes, a solid education, and train them for useful jobs. After Kitty died in 1915, the school became Milton's main focus. And in 1918, he transferred most of his fortune, including control of the company, to a trust fund for the school. This wasn't just a nice donation, he gave away his entire empire. The school, now called Milton Hershey School, still owns the controlling interest in the Hershey Company today. When Milton Hershey died in 1945 at the age of 88, he left behind more than just a chocolate bar. He created a legacy of giving back that continues to this day. From a fourth-grade dropout to the creator of America's most famous chocolate, his story proves that failure is just a stepping stone to success. Remember to like and subscribe for more incredible stories about the people behind your favorite brands. Until then, keep unwrapping your Hershey bars and think about the incredible man who made them possible. Thanks for watching.